people ask me how I go about making these videos. I actually don't use any like professional video software, so iMovie is a great place to start if you're new. It comes with a Mac that's free, and then I think there's Windows Media Maker or Windows Movie Maker or something on a PC, and I think that's free as well. So those are great places to start. That's actually where I started, but I use a program called Screenflow. So if you just Google Screenflow, this is for Macs, and then for PCs, you can use a program called Camtasia. Really, all this is a screen capturing software. This is exactly what I'm using right now to record this recording for you. And so what I ended up doing, and it's just something that's worked really easy for me. I know there's probably different ways to do it and better ways to do it with professional video editing software. I think there's like Adobe Premiere as well as, but iMovie is a great place to start. So if you're new at this and this is something you want to pick up, like just learn how to do iMovie because it's very simple and it'll teach you exactly how to go about doing it. And then it uploads automatically to YouTube. It makes it very, very easy for you. So all I do to make these videos, and I'm going to make this extremely fast because this doesn't need to be very long. I take all of my cameras that I'm using, and I'll explain about this in a different video because the recording of it's one thing, the software or the hardware is a different aspect. This video would be way too long. So what we have here is I imported all of my, I take the memory card, you know, the little card from the camera that it comes in, and I basically stick it in my computer, and then I just drag and drop all the files over into a folder, and I label the file, as you can see up here at the top, 6.4. I drag everything here, and then I just take the clips, and I just drag them into Screenflow, and basically what I end up doing then is I just watch the video that is included, and then I cut out segments that I don't want in the video, right? So I have this, and then I have this little guy, and you can also speed it up. So it's just the speed, so I can make it go faster or keep it at 100%, right? I'm going through this extremely fast. For you to really get used to editing videos, you have to actually go through and edit videos. And there's a lot of more detailed help on YouTube, has a lot more detailed help as well as inside the actual programs. And then if I want to start, so this is a talking one.
Out for the morning walk.
Okay, see, so I start right here. You can see in the audio, actually, like where I start talking. And then there's no reason to keep this entire, basically, 10 seconds of content right here. That doesn't make any sense, right? So I just delete it. And then I'll just edit to where I want it to be. And then I edit here. And then, so I'll just, and then I match all these up. So this is going to be my video, and I want to make sure I start at 0 because let's say I started, as you can see, all the way back here at 30 seconds, then you have 30 seconds of blank space. Nobody wants to see that. So now I have a video, and then usually what I do is I get the audio. I use a program called Audio Jungle, and I buy all the royalty-free music. You can use SoundCloud and stuff. Some people allow you to download it. But basically I would take a song, and then I just kind of import it where I want it to be, and it all just shows up, and then I would just cut the back. Let's say I want to cut the back off, and now I need just to add some text. So up here you can edit the audio, the volume of each segment. Like this doesn't have any volume, so I would just put this basically down to 0, or I would delete the sound file completely. And if you're using iMovie or something, I think it already separates the sound files. And then I want to add some text. So on here you can also add, but right here, so I want to add a arrow. So let's add an arrow. Let's add another arrow. Let's add another arrow pointing to this object, right? So you can do all these cool things. And then you just hit enter and it's done. And then I want to add some text at the end of it. So I would just go to the text doc, which is the T over here in the right-hand corner. And then I basically say, go to MikeJWatts.com. All right. And then I can change the font if I want to use Arial and change the backdrop or the font to like orange. And then I can import a picture if I had a picture. So where's my picture? Let me see if I can find a picture. So if I wanted to add my face, I would just add my face on the same segment of line. So then I can add this here, and then like just go to MikeJWatts.com. That's basically it. And then I just go to File, Publish to YouTube. So then I save option to my own desktop right there, and then I move it into an external hard drive later, and then it automatically uploads it to. And so what we have is like I can do a really short video for you, and I'll cut all this out because then I'll make it really short, and then you guys can see what I'm talking about and what we got going on here. I can move all this at one time by selecting and highlighting it. And then we got a video. Right, so this is like super long, so let's delete that. Let's take this down a little bit. So then we got a video, as you can see.
Out for the morning walk. One thing about the tides of the ocean, I don't.
I'm just gonna basically get rid of this stuff right off the bat so you can actually see kind of the flow. Shit. I'm gonna dock this up so it's a little bit faster so you can actually see what the final movie is gonna look like. This will be like 15 seconds so you can kind of see what we just made. So there's no sound in that one.
One thing about the tides of the ocean, I don't.
So that's it. I mean, that is a super fast explanation of how I go about doing this, and it's just cutting. And this is something I started learning about 5 or 6 years ago. So it's not. I don't have any professional real experience making videos or anything like this, but I used to do a lot of screen captures, which is what you're watching right now, where I would record audios for customers or something like that, because I would much rather have them have a digital file. So that's how I make these videos. It's pretty simple.